Hi everybody, welcome to Friday on Big Fish, Little Fish. I'm the little fish, that's the big fish. Craig, say happy Friday to everybody. Happy Friday.
Yeah, good morning, Michael. Happy Friday to everybody. What a nice night at Alexandra Park tonight. We've got the spectators allowed back on track tonight, Michael. Obviously, we've got back into level one, and I think people will take the chance to head out there tonight because it is an encouraging card, and boy, we're going to see some pretty smart trotters going around in a really good 4-year-old race.
Yep, you and I will be there, mate. Looking forward to it. It's 10 races, and there's even plenty out of the support races. The rating 61 to 70 is an absolute beauty, but we're going to talk about the big guns. What about the trot? Race 6. 3 horses in here who any one of them could end up being the best trotter in the country. Bolt for Brilliance, Cracker Hill, Ultimate Stride, and 2 really good support horses in Midnight Dash and the Dun Runner. So One Magic Kenny. What do you make of it all? Because the gate speed suggests to me Cracker Hill. I'm not sure he's good right-handed. Ultimate Stride's a total class act, but Bolt for Brilliance, Craig, is now starting to run times, which suggest he's going to win a Road Cup.
Oh, mate, he was unbelievable last week, Michael. He's open favourite, but to be honest, I actually think he's value at 230, and that's going to sound crazy, but gee, he just dominated a 2-time Group 1 winner in Temporale last week. Not only did he beat him, he came from behind to beat him. This is the winner of $600,000, Michael. I mean, he's raced in Australia against the best company. As good as Cracker Hill and Ultimate Stride are, they haven't beat Group 1 horses yet, not of the older brigade. So I think barrier 2, I don't expect him to lead. I expect, like you, Cracker Hill will get across him. But in a 5-horse field, he can only be 2 or 3 lengths off them anyway. Now, he ran him in 55.8 last week to run down Temporale. I suggest to you he wouldn't have to go much better to beat this field.
I was talking to Tony about that dicking around thing he does where he runs up and down and just mucks around. He said he's actually better the faster they go, and I think this race will suit him because they absolutely certainly go quick. They won't slow down enough because once they come off the gate that hard, and these good staying horses, there'll be plenty of momentum. You would have seen the workout last week at Pukekohe between Cracker Hill and Ultimate Stride. I know they weren't looking for anything special, but how did you think they handled right-handed?
Well, for the viewers that didn't see that workout, it was a mixed pacer and trotter heat, and the 2 trotters, Ultimate Stride and Cracker Hill, got back in the field. Now, they ran a 27 quarter off the front, so they did a good job to do what they did. I felt Cracker Hill probably didn't get round as good as Ultimate Stride, and saying that this week, I do believe he'll be on the market peg, so he's probably not going to lose too much of an advantage. I thought they both worked very nicely, Michael. I think they are very, very good horses and a fantastic group of 4-year-old trotters.
That's probably the highlight of the night, which is saying something because we also have the Kerry Hoggard Memorial Homes DG, where copy that he's looking to put his campaign back on track. Not that he's particularly done anything wrong, but he tossed punters last time, Craigie. It was a weird one. He just crabbed around the bend off the marker pegs, and that's probably where he's going to be again tonight, is off the marker pegs. For that reason, I can't take $1.65, although I'm kind of loath to bet against him.
I couldn't bet into the race because I think that he's too short, but I can see him winning the race, and I can't find anything else at value to back against him. I mean, he's beaten most of these horses week in, week out, Michael. It's not like there's something jumping into this race tonight that hasn't been there in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So my concern, like you, is the 30-metre handicap, and more so that he's drawn the inside of the 30-metre handicap.
Yep.
He could be slow away here, and those 4 that are outside him are in front of him after 200 metres. So tricky race for him, Michael. I think he deserves to start very short. I probably couldn't take $1.65. I don't think he lost a lot in that defeat, Michael. I know people were disappointed, and there's been a lot said in the media about, did he lose that stigma for that defeat? I think not. I mean, every horse is going to get beaten. Selfish Assured certainly did a fortnight ago. It was his own doing. But I think Copy That was due to get beaten. Maybe now the pressure's off a little bit. I watched this trial last Friday. I thought it was exceptional. Really was exceptional.
Yeah, I thought he was half a run short last time. I think Ray might have eased off him after he won the start before. So I think we'll get a better version of him tomorrow night. But it's a slightly icky potential race. What's not icky is the record of horses coming out of good 3-year-old races, like the good stuff, Sire Stakes and Sale Series, and heading to grade races, particularly normal grade races. I think later in the program we see 2 of those who absolutely stand out. Mr. Fantastic race 9 and Captain Nemo race 10. these are horses who have just fallen back 40 rating points when you compare to the fact they were racing Krug last time.
Agree with you, especially on Mr. Fantastic, because the way the pattern of the race suggests to me is he should probably trail Sky Delight. I think he went very well a fortnight ago when he got beaten by Kango, who's a pretty good horse. I suggest he's going to get the right run here, and I think he's probably, of the later two races, the best of them. I do have my worries about Captain Nemo on the last, because I actually like one in the last at a bit of value, a horse called Chablis, trained by Tony Hurley. Of course, out of For Real. She was very good when she won first up, and I think she was badly needed the second up run where she sat parked out. I map her to lead this race, which is going to put the favourite in the trail. So you're going to get every opportunity to beat her. But I think she'll be value in the race, and I really like her. I think she's a good filly in front. So maybe a good Quinella to finish the night.
Okay, what else do you like in the support card at Alexandra Park, where, as I mentioned earlier, there's a rating 61 to 70, which would be as strong a race as you would see in this grade for years.
I did like Bad to the Bone in that race. I think he's come back as a much better 4-year-old than he was a 3-year-old. We talked when we were on track, nearly a year ago, Michael, at Addington, about how good Bad to the Bone will be in 12 months' time. Well, we're here now. That was through the Sire Stakes. He's now a 4-year-old. He was super beating Dina Brown last start. I think he trialled fantastic on Friday. So I thought he was a great bet. And taking on American Dealer, so you are going to get not $1.80 or $1.70 around Bad to the Bone, because there's going to be horses here like Kango, American Dealer, and even Christians Have Time that'll take money. So I think Bad to the Bone's a really good bet. If I was to tip you one earlier in the program, I really like a trotter going around in race number 1 called Mountain Mass. Tony Cameron trains this one. Tony very rarely has a horse training under his own name. Obviously, the boss does most of the work. This one's a really nice trotter. Back to the old Jim Smith breed, the mountain horses. This one called Mountain Mass, and I really think it's got a future. So race 1, number 2 to start the night.
All the odds available on trb.co.nz. Craig Thompson. No, I don't say this very often. I'll see you on track tonight at Alexandra Park. It's level 1 in Auckland, and we have level 1 type racing, the good stuff coming up at Alexandra Park tonight. Hope if you ever been, you had some success.